Check, 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 check. Cool beans. So let's go ahead and get started tonight. So we're starting Summer Fun Fest off, and this is just kind of a showcase or I don't know, celebration, I guess, of like games that you used to play on vacations or going on holidays or car trips, that kind of thing. Just those games that really stuck with you because you were stuck in a car, stuck someplace or camping for a long time, and you didn't have a lot to do, so you get really engrossed in them, that kind of thing. So we're beginning with one game that I have a lot of fond memories with, called Magi Nation, and go ahead and get the pictures. Here it is. So this was Magi Nation. It was a Game Boy Color game. Um, in it can easily be misconstrued as a Pokemon clone when it's actually not. Um, it belongs to I wouldn't call it an obscure card game, but more like it was a very localized card game. It wasn't around a very long time. Magi Nation Duel was a trading card game from 2000 to 2002, I think it was, based in Canada. And the premise behind it was kind of a card game that was meant to be more like an intermediate game between Pokemon TCG and Magic the Gathering, um, which the creators thought would be too hard of a gap to cross. And the actually funny thing is that's pretty much exactly what I did. So I probably would have been the target demographic for um, this game had Yu-Gi-Oh not exploded in popularity, which I think really kind of more filled the gap than Magi Nation could have. And it's not just a card game. Actually, there were several uh, video games. So really quick, here's what a card looked like. Um, And one of the big distinctions with the art style, particularly, was they're kind of an American manga style uh, going here. And what you may not be aware of in the early 2000s, because this is 20 fucking years ago, Christ almighty, is that in the 90s, anime was getting really, really big, right? We had Evangelion, we had Trigun, we had Cowboy Bebop. We had Gundam. There's a lot. Dragon Ball Z, of course. Like, there's a lot of shows that were exploding on the American market. Um, in the 2000s, the early 2000s, when the manga market first started popping up and becoming pretty big, and you'd start seeing shelves of manga in Borders or Barnes and Noble, or the other uh, bookstores that are long defunct. I've forgotten. Um, so therein lies there's this era, I guess, of on the Western side, artists who wanted to emulate that style of art, of manga art, but had a kind of more of a comic book aesthetic to it. Um, and you can kind of see. Let me pull a few more of these up here. We'll kind of show them all together. Um, so we'll get Tony Jones back up here. And put this guy. You here? Yeah, here we go. It kind of stems from two things. One, it kind of felt a bit more amateur what than the comic book industry was putting out, like DC and Marvel and Image Comics and all of that. So there was the kind of that trend there, where and a manga honestly uh, has that distinction of pull that out too. It has that distinction that um, it is homemade and usually kind of amateur. I'm going to amateur in a good way, like not amateur bad, but just manga artists usually didn't have as much uh, college training. They would often just be artists who drew most of their lives and then continue to do so into their adult lives. And that's how their industry really began. But it had a lot more soul to it too. I feel like, and that's really where I think a lot of people really meshed with manga artists over comic book artists or American artists. And on the American side, you had these artists who were trying to kind of really nail that heart that the Japanese artists were able to convey, but weren't quite able to do so because they were still trying to make that art work through the lens of comic book consumers. And so it kind of it stems from that. It also stems from this was also in the very early era of like digital art, um, and what do you call it? Like MS Paint, and all of that stuff. And it's like you would have these very basic, uh, basically drawn, basically painted, or basically colored and inked drawings that would then have these overblown um, digital effects applied to them. Like I'm thinking like Ken Penders and the Archie uh, Sonic comics kind of had this kind of same issue, and they didn't quite mesh. And if anything, it kind of made the limitations of the art stand out a little bit more because of the over reliance on the computer generated effects to make it look more professional, clean, that kind of thing. So it was this combination, and honestly, like I'm describing this because this may not even be the interpretation today. Like if you look at some of the artwork for Magi Nation, you go through the cards or anything like that, you might think it's fine. But that was just kind of the vibe of the time was this is not from Japan. This is just some dude in his basement in Ontario, Canada, drawing these drawings, or from like in fucking Montana or like some shit like that. Um, and it kind of had this whole like the whole deviant art era, of like these artists who are trying to break out and trying to make a name for themselves, but never were really able to do that because of the stigma surrounding the unprofessional nature of how they made their art and where they posted, that kind of thing. So I haven't gone through all of the cards before. I do like. Let me pull this guy up and make it a bit bigger. I really like the bar back. This is the back of the cards, and I really like that. It has kind of a Books of Magic vibe to it. It's really interesting. So that was the big part of this. This game was more or less based on the card game and used the characters and the monsters and all that from that rather than being a full blown Pokemon clone. Um, and the other thing big about this series was it wasn't just a card game, wasn't just a video game. There was actually a TV show, and let me pull that up. And it ran pretty briefly. It was produced by a company called Cookie Jar. It was um, what, go. It was a Canadian broadcasting production company that was partnered with the CBC. So they would make these TV shows and then put them on CBC. And then sometimes, if you're lucky, I'm pretty sure it was regional more than anything. Like supposedly this was on Kids WB um, in like 2007, which is a really weird year because that's also when WB got bought out by CW apparently, and also they closed out their kids daytime TV show block. So this was like at that very end point. Um, and this probably was one of those shows like I don't know. I haven't seen it yet, but it doesn't seem like it probably have the best production value. You know, a lot of these TV shows that were on like the local cable broadcasting or like on the local stations during the daytime, they weren't the highest quality. But one interesting thing about this particular image I found, I was just looking for like images to talk about, and apparently it was on Jetix. I don't know. That's a bit strange to me because nothing that I read actually indicates that. Um, and I think there was two seasons, and I think they released one on the internet. So like this isn't an obscure franchise. You know, they had enough pull for the trading card game that they're able to get multiple video games and an animated TV show made. You know, it's just more or less. I think it's Canadian, and there isn't a whole lot of like attention put on Canadian culture. So you know, that's what that is. Other things I have that are very interesting, and I'm going to try my best to make this work. Um, so let's see. There were apparently three video games. There's the one we're going to play tonight, Magi Nation. There was a sequel that never came out on the Game Boy Color. It was supposed to, and I have something really cool for that. But apparently, it didn't come out for that. But it was fuck. What were those things called? A Pocket PC um, game. Yeah, it's just a lot of this stuff. I think it sounds like they had a lot of heart and they had a lot of like good intentions for what they wanted to do with the franchises, but it just didn't work out for one reason or another. Okay, but this is really cool, and it's gonna be kind of hard to see for a second. Let me just figure out how I can make this functional. All right, so no. Here we go. Okay. Transform, stretch. No. Fuck. How do we zoom in? Hold on a minute. I just want to zoom in on this page. That's all I want to do. How do I do that? Yeah, there we go. There we go. So this was the sequel game that was supposed to come out, but never did. And this is really cool because this is where I first. This is the exact article I read about it, and I didn't expect it to come out. Like I didn't expect to find this, but I just happened to come across it. This was from Nintendo Power number 151, It was like December 2001 or something like that. And they had like a full, you've seen it, like a full page of stuff, right? All about it, like a whole bunch of screenshots. So this game was basic. It looks like it was done, right? And you had a whole new character and all these new cool things going on. And it never came out. I guess I don't think they were able to finish it for the GVC, so they just kind of made it into like a mobile phone game, which was like this was 2000 and something, like 2003 or 4, like odd like that, you know. Um, so largely, it seems like as the franchise, it started up in 2000, kind of just dried up by 2008. Was I think the last point. They finished like the episodes for the second season of the show and put them online in 2010. Then it was also this, which is kind of cool. There was a browser game that was apparently going on for a while. It kind of looks like those kiddie games. Like what was that thing my students really like to watch or like they like to play? Prodigy? It looks like Prodigy to me, or like Neopets, kind of that vibe. As far as I know, it's defunct. If I can find like if there's like a private server continuing or something like that, we might try and might try that out one day. I don't know. We'll see. Um, but that was around apparently in again like not 2010, but about before that. And that's really all of Magi Nation as far as I know. Um, so how do we tie this back in HGC? So these um the Game Boy game largely uh it's kind of like it sits on its own. It's a pretty good game. Um it's memorable for me for a lot of different reasons. We'll go through all those as we play. Um but uh I think it is important to like kind of it's this own distinct entity in all of this is what I'm trying to say. It's like it's not a Pokemon game, right? It's close to a Pokemon game. It's a capture monsters and use them to fight styled RPG. Like Dragon Warrior monsters, like Pokemon, like SMT. Um, but it's also distinct from the card game in that it has its own battle mechanics, and it's a pretty unique take uh, on the whole process. So let's go ahead and get started. Kind of see what I mean. I have to say, probably one of the best parts of this is the music. It's fucking phenomenal. And honestly, some of these games I've selected, more or less were on the list because of their influence on me uh, in my taste in music. Because it's definitely there. I will say this title track though, you're gonna have to get used to it because I've been hearing it a lot. It's also the fight. It's the main like generic fight song too. Okay. One thing I want to point out is you can see this game is very dark. Like people complain about Circle of the Moon being too dark, back in the day with the GBA hardware. Like this was horribly dark. Um, there were whole chests that I would just miss because they were like obscured in a dark room, and I didn't realize that was what I was looking at. That kind of thing. But we may do. Oh goodness. Travel Gorge. Dude, this place is not safe. It's fine. What's so bad about it? If it's so safe, why don't you go in there? Hey, don't change the subject. You're the one who's supposed to go in. No way. Fine, let's get Benny to do it. Yeah, he'll do anything. Hey, Benny, wanna go in the cave? No way, I'm going in there. Haha, you got told by your own brother. Shut up. What's up, guys? Who the heck are you? My name's Tony, Tony Jones. I moved here a few days ago. Who are you? Huh, did you hear that, Sly? Yeah, what a stupid name. Phony Bones is more like it. No, it's Tony Jones. Don't you like your new name? Deal. Hey, Josh, come here. Whisper, whisper. Okay, Phony, if you don't like your new name, you'll have to earn back your old one. Whatever. How? Go in this cave and get us a crystal, of course. If you're too chicken. Fine, I'll be back shortly. Ooh, Phony's a tough guy. Phony Boney. See, I like Phony Boney better than Tony Jones. Well, I guess I better get this over with. See, at least those kids, they're being bullies, but, like, they have enough sense to know you shouldn't go in a fucking cave. Because that's extremely dangerous. I'm gonna narrate, I'm not gonna do voices, though. Like, I'm already fucking exhausted, so... I feel like I'm talking over this music a little bit. Smidge it down. There we go. Okay. I forgot to mention here, too. Let me pull this up. Yeah, there's... Okay. I want you to look at Tony Jones really quick. Tony Jones here is, like... If you wanted to be cool in the 90s, Tony Jones was, like, peak. Alright? Like, he had, like, the surfer boy blonde hair, and a hoodie, and cargo pants, and a chain. Like, goddamn, this dude was set. Right? Like, I still think this is cool to this day. And I'm an old fuck. Alright. Again, the music is really pulling a lot of weight here for setting the mood. Got it. Oh no. I've got to get out of here. This is kind of a fun portion. Apparently you can get back to the entrance if you, like, know the pathing and you're lucky, but I've never done it, and I don't think you actually get out. You just, like, you'll get to the cave entrance. Yeah, see, I missed it. And, there'll just be a hole there. So you're gonna fall regardless. Did you hear something? What's going on? He runs the whole way down. Murgle, Murgle. Blimp, work. Murgle, Murgle, Murk, Murk. Blag, Blagger, walk. Wink. I love the music. Blorg. Walk. Boogaboo. Marf, Walkahoo. Yagamoo. What the? Marf? Mungamung. What the heck is this? Gagak. Wee. Roar. What the? That's the only time you're gonna see Frog one shot of Void Monster. exploding sock puppet. What? I don't understand you. Taxi apple sponge. What language are you speaking? Skunks playing poker. Basketball cheesecake. I think he's crazy. 2 words. 3 syllables. Sounds like bird. No, wait. Plane. Dirigible fork. Gives Tony a bracelet. Put it on. Did it work? Hey, I can understand you now. Ooh, finally. That was getting silly. My name is Aiden. I'm Tony. Tony, I saw you handled yourself against those fiends back there. I see the ring you used to call that creature. Ring? I don't have a ring. It's on the ground. This crystal? You used that to summon the creature? I don't know. I have no idea what's going to happen here. I've never seen anything like this. You're not from around here, are you? I'm from Travel Gorge. You know how I can get back? Travel Gorge? Never heard of it. The world is truly vast. Well, if you don't know your way back, I'm sure Orin could tell you. He's the elder of Vashnarum. Come, I'll take you there. Yeah, this game likes to be silly and it likes to be cheeky about itself, which is kind of part of the fun of just like exploring and see all the little things Tony has to say. He's definitely not a silent protagonist. He's got his own little personality to him. Oh god, this is the worst track. Jesus. Hey, it's Aiden. Lower the stairs. One second. Alright, so about that. Okay. I'm just making it worse. Jesus Christ. There we go. Alright, that's the entrance. The Vashna room. Korg. This is the perfect chance for us to get in there and cause some disarray. Shut up, Set. I'm in charge. I say we go in and cause disarray. Hurry, the stairs won't. No, we must not be seen. Run! Shut up, Zet. I'm in Hiding? Where'd he go? Looks like a little high at first, but you get used to it quickly. Welcome to Vashna Room. This place is kind of fun to explore. There's all sorts of weird stuff in here. The inn is open, even though the doors are closed. Poe shuts it, keeps the weeboos getting into his flower. Yeah. This would be like awesome casino mode. It's like if there was a casino in here. Empty, no. Oh yeah, the cat pictures. Ooh. Mew, meow, meow, mew, mew, meow, meow, meow. Spode. He's our save point. One of these he has some little fun. You gotta click on everything. Yeah, this bed's too hard. This bed smells like turnips. This bed is too soft. This bed is too hard. This bed is too soft. Okay. He's got something to say for like almost everything in here. I forgot to go this way already. I didn't go very far though. Yeah, can't go that far yet. Like many games, this has got little progress gates kicked into it. It's been welded shut. Some burnt books. But that's weird. I've never noticed that the trim on the carpet almost follows you. It's a bookcase, and it's empty. I don't know what was with the sassiness about looking at items in these '90s games, but like both Pokemon and Link's Awakening and this game, they all kind of had some kind of little joke thrown in here. Take the time to care. Adopt an EBIT today. Check the cat. Meow. Lump. Hello, you're a friend of Orwin's? Who's Orwin? Oh, you're not? Orwin's the elder Vashna room, silly. Everyone knows that. That's the lady who's gonna make our rings when we can get new rings. Or maybe a pretty ring. Cash square. Don't cause me any trouble. I always thought that dude had like baggy pants on. Actually, everyone here has baggy pants. I'm the fastest gardener in Vashna Room. Steal all this crap. There's a branch. Blocking the view. Oh, I didn't say. Hi, you must be Tony. I'm Trin. Nice to meet you. Okay, that's what Trin has to say. The cat says nothing. Evu gives me jelly beans for good grades, but I don't care, because Poe gives them for free. Evu's Trip to the Zoo by Evu. History book. Somebody scribbled all over it. History book. The pages are stuck together with jelly beans. Now, what's that say? William. Oh, Jesus. It's backwards. Orin told me not to forget to tell you he wants to speak to you. Okay. Click. Always kind of like how low-key the Vashna Room is. Not a whole lot going on here. That's okay. Wow. Doesn't respond. It's just a door. Sassy ass. Doesn't respond. It's just a fireplace. Got the blue leaf. Doesn't respond. It's just a chair. I like to collect spooky plants. So, right. Tony got 5 animite. Meow. I shouldn't look in other people's dressers. Caring for your dream creature, Volume 1, Basics. Step 1, get a dream creature. Step 2, care. Step 3, done. Chair for sitting. Bird feeder. Spiffy. I heard spiffy in a minute. Blue leaf. Bust of Gile. Performing soon. The famous jug band Pode and the ingredients. How can I work this job? One day at a time. I feel that guy. No, I will not go through this again. But Orwin? No, I think someone is Kairos every year. Let's see, who was it last year? Pode? What were you thinking? I could have sworn the food he cooked gave me superhuman strength. But this time, and before that was Yaki. We couldn't get him to shut him up for months. He went around shouting, "Oh yeah, I'm the great Magos. Kairos, dig it." Ooh. Okay, I'm sorry. He just listened this time. Ah, this must be the boy. Yes, Tony, I'd like you to meet Orwin, Elder of Vashna Room. Nice to meet you. I haven't checked my FPS. I guess it's okay. I hope it's been okay. Yes. You wish to get home, right? Where did you say you were from? Travel Gorge. Travel Gorge. I've been from here to Oroth and back. But that name doesn't ring a bell. Well, this is a dilemma. I'll try to figure out a way to get you home, but you must stay in town until then. I told you, I don't think he's from this world. Why, you? I need to think. So, what now? Well, I guess you have to stay in town. We'll get you out here soon enough. In the meantime, take your crystal to Pruitt, the ringsmith. If you get hungry, go see Poe at the inn. I guess this is him sitting. It's locked. Wasn't there some kind of secret hallway in one of these houses? Have to go dick around with that. Don't follow Aiden on some foolish mission. This is a cool thing. I like this thing. Whirlwind's celestial thing. I don't think it was in here. Oh, you know what? Maybe it was in the, maybe it's not here yet. It's somewhere else. Is this the ringsmith shop? Yes, it is. My name's Pruitt. How can I be of service? Hi, I'm Tony Jones. I was told by Ian to show you this crystal. Let's see. Oh, there's some pretty good Farrak on Animite. Farrak? Animite? What do you mean? You don't know about Animite? I'll explain it to you. Yes. Well, Animite is a kind of crystal. We use ordinary Animite as money around here. So I can use this to buy stuff? No, no, no. Well, I mean, normally you could, but this is infused Animite. What does that mean? Well, if you take infused Animite and give it to me, I can make a ring for you that will allow you to control a dream creature. Dream creature? Is that what a Farrak is? Right. I have seen a few outside of town. Both the Animite we use as money and infused Animite come from dream creatures. But a dream creature does not produce Animite unless it's been weakened. So you must defeat it first to get it. To do that, you use... Oh, shit, sorry. Ugh. The dream creatures you have. Help you get equipped with one if you need it. Guess it's lucky me that I found this just lying around. It sure is. Well, since Ian sent you, he probably wants me to make this into a ring for you. Be right back. That secret technique she's got. Just smash it. Beat the fuck out of it. And a good frock. There's a little bit left over. I'd really like to study this. So, can I buy it from you for 50 Animite? Sure. Thanks. No problem. Why don't you go show that ring to Evu? I'm sure he'd be interested. Who's that? Evu's a historian. Or, when you can remember. You should meet him. Okay, thanks. Alright, so we got our first man. Which is this guy. He's a bear. He's got antlers. That's pretty much it. He's got a bird. Which I guess we'll keep him around. He's kind of a... I don't remember what he does, if anything. Alright, we need to go see, what's his shit? Yeah, there he is. Why, hello there, Pode. Would you like a cookie? I'm not. Where are my jelly beans? Excuse me, does the historian live here? Ah, yes, history. I dabbled once. Once. I remember when they made the blue jelly beans. Please don't be a scary story. The red ones were the best. I was with this guy. He wants jelly beans. Are you the innkeeper? That's me. Toad's name. Want to stay here? All travelers are welcome. No thanks. Well, just have some jelly beans before you go. How convenient. You wouldn't be surprised how long that took me to figure out as a kid. I was stuck in here a long time. Okay, sure. Ah, jelly beans. So much better. Are you a historian? Yes, I am, young fellow. I am also a master spellcaster, or I was. Actually, I've forgotten most of them. I remember one, though. Yeah, like this. I got Leaf God. I can put that to good use. So we'll cover the spells here in a little bit, but it's kind of interesting. Tony plays a pretty active role in fights. You know, it's not just summoning monsters over and over. I'm already feeling sleep slipping in. Why are you so persistent? If he is the great Magus Kairos, we'd be better off sending him back to his world. Look, things have not been right lately. The dream creatures have been acting strangely. Don't you understand what that means? Your stubbornness is going to be the end of this nation. We have to tell him the truth. I've heard enough. I want you to leave Vashnarum until all this blows over. But I think Gaia would want to meet him. She might even be able to. I forbid you to take him from this town. Magus or not, the kid stays here. My word is final. Oh, Tony. I was just leaving for the weave. I see Pert made a fine ring for you. Yeah, she mentioned something about dream creatures and stuff. Tony, follow me. There's somebody who I want you to meet. Didn't Oren say I wasn't supposed to leave town? This is very important, trust me. Well, if you say so. Eldritch All. You escape from dangerous areas. Oops. What's going on? I don't know. I think it's coming from the blade. Oh yeah. What's shaking, brother? Oh yeah, dig it. Ooh. Oh no. So this was the tutorial area, but I kind of think I hit the wrong button. Oh well. That's a neat statue, though. All right, What in blazes is going on? What are you asking me for? I don't know. You have the boy with you, you fool. It's coming from the glade. I'll deal with you later. Alright, what's going on? I was eating lunch and that quake made me fall right off my chair. And I just saw Orin running through the town like a madman. Where's he going in such a hurry? This isn't good. Let's go see what's going on. So this is one interesting mechanic that was pretty forward thinking at the time. No, those bursts right, those were actually encounters. So we don't really have to go and fight anything right now if we don't want to. Orwin, where are you? Which is cool. Put that on him. I forget what these do. There's an encyclopedia somewhere that tells you what the equip items do. I forget where it is though. I think I saw Orin run down that path. I lost track of Orin. Did you see where we went? He's not over here. I'm sure Orin went this way. Hope he's alright. What is it at that chest? Be careful in here. It's dangerous. Golly. I think Orin went up that way. So I think part of my problem with falling asleep is that I'll stop talking, and when I stop talking, I get quiet. And when I get quiet, I start to doze, and I get too relaxed. And, I don't know. So I'm thinking maybe if I just keep talking, babble. Doesn't seem like Orin went around here. Huh? What? Where'd everyone go? Maybe that'll help keep me awake. Hoping it. Not sure. We'll see how far we can get tonight. I'm not too sure. I think Orin went up that way. What the? It looks like a shadow geyser. Oh no. There's two of us foretold the prophecy. Got to stop it. Ooh. I feel like a million sharp needles just pierced my hide. Korg, look. Orin's in trouble. Now's our chance to get him out of the picture. Shut up, Set. I'm in charge, and I say we waste Orin. Let's go. The Biggie Small duo was also a big power dynamic back in the 90s. Okay, let's get him on three. 1, 3. Huh? Ugh. Where'd you go? Zet? Hey, Zet. Wake up. kid from before. Huh. Now I can mess with you just like for what you did to me back in the river. Alright, now we can talk about the combat system. Okay, so I guess those are the card backs, aren't they? What makes this a really unique and interesting system to me is Tony's not just this passive bystander, right? He's not just issuing orders. There's like a closed economy behind summoning monsters. So we have that number there, 100 out of 100. That's our energy, and it costs energy to summon a monster or use a spell. Now I'll teach you to respect the power of Korg. Korg is still too weak from fighting Orwin. Let me handle him. Now, we have a couple options. We can focus, which means we get some energy back. We can use a spell, which will use more energy. This one does damage. That's kind of the generic thing. So we'll focus. And the the monster we summon only has as much energy as we would gave it to summon it. So we had 100. We used 27, so now we have 73, right? And it too, when it takes damage, it's going to lose energy, and using abilities will drain its energy as well. So it's kind of limited. And you can very easily, if you guys keep dying, run out of energy because you kept summoning over and over again and didn't get your energy back, right? When you finish a fight, whatever monsters are still alive, you get that energy back, I think. I don't remember, it's been a while. Shut up, Zet. I'm in charge, and I'll handle this. Zet, I don't have enough energy for my Grax. And I really like this system because, like, it addresses one of the big issues of, like, RPG combat mechanics. Like, where is the magic coming from? Where's the power coming from? You know? Here, in this case, it's coming straight from Tony. Black Nova with some perks weak against that attack. Yeah, apparently they decided to go the route of Game Freak, and the first monster type that you encounter outside the forest that's not like the woodland one is super effective against your guys. Jeez, fell asleep. Oops. There we go. Ow, 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 ow. Right, here's it. I used my hood of hiding to save myself. The geyser must be stopped. Delirious. Hold still. He's in bad shape. Alright, the geyser. We can try and stop it? No, you fool. Ow. Don't try to enter. You'll end up like me. That means this must be Tony. Come here. Take this. This will let you pass through the forest. You'll see Gaia in the weave. Going to take Orin back to Vashna. Right now, sorry, seeing Gaia would be your best bet. That energy man will let you pass those blocks the west of Vashna River. Is he gonna be okay? I hope so. Better get going. It's a pretty long walk from the weave. He just picks him up like it's his wedding night. Ouch. Ouchie watchies. Spookies. Alright, so now we can open up all those chests that we didn't have access to. This guy. We'll try and go for a little bit longer, but I can't guarantee it. So you see, whatever difference we had in energy when the battle ended, we just take it. So if I end up using 60 out of 100, I only have 40 left. The only way you can restore that is by sleeping. I'm told to let you pass, so quit talking to me and go. Small fella. You there, stop. What have you done to Orwin? Huh? He's grown terribly sick since returning from the blade. And items refused of you is nowhere to be found. I didn't know. You better go see Orwin soon. I hear he's fading fast. Jeez, sorry. I think we're just gonna call it here. I was hoping to get to the first geyser tonight, but I just can't keep my eyes open. I need help. Maybe the seer on the lake knows a way to cure it. Anyway, this is a really cool game. If you haven't seen it yet, I highly recommend you check it out. Like I said, it's not a Pokemon-like, it's more of a, it's got its own unique thing going. So, alright, I'm going to bed. Sorry, it's only been an hour, but I literally cannot keep my eyes awake. Good night.